The U.S. Court of Appeals for the Federal Circuit, in a contentious 7-4 ruling, determined that Trump's use of the International Emergency Economic Powers Act did not authorize broad tariffs on trading partners. There is a temporary stay on enforcement. The ruling is set to take effect on October 14th, giving the administration a window to appeal to the Supreme Court and allowing current tariffs to remain in place temporarily.
But his top trade advisor, Peter Navarro, said yesterday it'll be the end of the United States if President Trump's tariffs are blocked on appeal to the Supreme Court. Navarro called the ruling, quote, weaponized partisan injustice, but says he feels very optimistic about the administration's chances in the high court. His comments came after that federal appeals court ruling on Friday that most of the president's global tariffs are illegal, holding in a 7-4 ruling that the law the president invoked to put tariffs in place does not, in fact, give him the power to do so. The court said the core congressional power to impose taxes, such as tariffs, is vested exclusively in the legislative branch by the Constitution. The president denounced that ruling on social media over the weekend, writing, without tariffs and all of the trillions of dollars we have already taken in, our country would be completely destroyed and our military power would be instantly obliterated.
The decision specifically invalidates the so-called reciprocal tariffs launched on April 2nd, those imposing up to 50% duties on countries with trade deficits and 10% tariffs on others. Tariffs enacted under separate legal frameworks, such as those under Section 232 for steel and aluminum, remain unaffected. If Trump's tariffs are overturned permanently, the Treasury could face refund liabilities, with $159 billion in tariffs collected by July alone. The Trump administration has confirmed plans to appeal the ruling to the Supreme Court, requesting an expedited review, with a final decision expected possibly by early to mid-2026. This appeals court decision highlights how the Trump administration's tariff program pushed forward quickly, but without fully accounting for all the legal limits of presidential authority under trade law. The administration is now facing those consequences. Billions of dollars in collected duties could be at risk of refund, and the future of its trade policy rests with the Supreme Court. The broader question is whether this kind of act first, litigate later, or shoot first, ask questions later, is the best approach for U.S. policy. What do you think? Should administrations move aggressively to implement their agenda, even if it risks being struck down later? Or should they slow down to ensure their policies are more legally durable from the start? Let me know your thoughts.